Hey, good morning, Woodlands Yoga Studio community. Hi, Sue. Hi, Liz. Hi, everyone. My name is Beth Reese. I'm the founder of Yoginos, Yoga for Youth. And in fact, I'll be leading some trainings later this year with the Woodlands Yoga Studio as part of your 300-hour program. I can't wait. And I am here today to offer a mindfulness meditation that's great for the whole family. Anyone of any age, really, even our friends as young as 18 months to 24 months can start to practice this meditation. It even taps into a little science. So anyone who's homeschooling right about now might really enjoy this one. And the idea behind practicing mindfulness meditation is to help practice coming into a present moment, anytime, anywhere, with curiosity and compassion, or being non-judgmental of ourselves. Our mind wanders, that's what it does. It's not a problem or mistake, and we can learn how to train it to come back to present. Practicing this with your kids, with your families, with yourself, when everything's really calm and chilled out, can be a great way to practice so that maybe when energy is low or really, really high, you can drop in and help keep the prefrontal cortex working, keep the mind on. It's my dog Moon. He's having a great time out here with me. So that we can really help our minds stay online without having an emotional takeover. All right, so here's how it's going to go. So let's take a moment and think about what our five senses are. And what I'd like to do is start kind of from closer to the earth and move up to sensory input that happens closer to the sun. So for me, I often think of, what am I doing here? Touch, and of course our skin all over our body picks up on texture and touch. So we do our mindfulness meditation of connecting to our body through sensory input. We'll start with touch. And then moving up the body, I tend to think of the mouth as being next. And what's the sensory input we have here in our mouth? And you might even just swallow a minute and notice. Yeah, it's taste. So we'll focus on that in our brief meditation together. And then what about this one? What does this pick up? Yeah, sound. And then this one? Smell. And then what about these guys? The eyes, or ojos. Sight. Yeah. So we're going to do just a brief mindfulness meditation using sensory input as our anchor, as what helps us stay kind of grounded in the present moment. And let's do it. Okay, so find a comfortable sitting position. And I'm sitting here again along the Pedernales River. You can do this anytime, anywhere, including in the car or before, when you sit down to eat dinner, to take a moment to really get present to the beautiful food you're about to eat, whenever. So I'm finding a comfortable sitting position. I'm going to sit tall but not rigid. And then I'm going to close my eyes. You can close your eyes, or if you want, you can leave them open, or just maybe lower your gaze down to the ground. And with that, let's take 3 breaths together. So let's breathe in deeply. Breathe out with an ah. Breathe in. Breathe out, let the belly soften, the shoulders soften from the ears, the jaw softens. You can even wiggle it around a little bit. And one more breath in. Really let the belly, the back, the ribs expand, and breathe out. Let everything soften and relax. And now let's take our focus to our sense of touch and texture. And here you might notice the clothes that are touching your body. And with curiosity, notice if they feel soft or rough, smooth or bumpy. Maybe take your thumbs and brush them across your fingertips and across your tops of your nails and then across the underbelly of your fingers. And can you notice what feels hard and what feels soft? And really notice. Not just thinking about it, but really connecting to that, what your thumbs and fingers are picking up right here, right now. Great. And then let's move to what's happening in our mouth and a sense of taste. Maybe take a moment and swallow. And then really notice, what is the taste in your mouth right here, right now? Maybe you're noticing the taste of something you ate recently. Or maybe it just feels pretty neutral, the taste in your mouth. And just notice. And then let's pivot and notice the sounds that we're hearing. So really tuning into our auditory senses. If you're tuned into what I'm hearing right now, you might notice the birds, my dog Moon walking in the water. Maybe you're picking up in the distance some rush of water across rocks in the Pedernales River. Sound is always a great anchor. And then let's shift and take kind of a smell. Maybe a deep breath in through your nose. Really notice what smells are right around you. Maybe you're picking up on something that was cooked earlier today. Maybe some flowers. I can pick up kind of that earthy mud sense sitting by the river. And without getting caught in a story about mud, river, the last time I was on the river, blah, blah, blah. And if that happens, it's not a problem. It's not a mistake. Just say, okay, mind has wandered. Let's come back to this sensory input right here, right now. And then if your eyes are closed, even here with them closed, or if they're open, really tune into what the eyes are picking up. So if your eyes are closed, you might notice just the colors that are happening, maybe little shapes. If there's a light source nearby, you might notice where it seems brighter and where it seems darker, again, even with your eyes closed. And then you might softly open up the eyes, and as you reorient yourself to the space around you, really notice what's here right in front of you, and maybe name it. Right, I see some rocks and water moving, leaves, Moon, my dog. So here's the thing. There are always things in our lives that are certain and uncertain. Sometimes it seems out of balance. And what is always certain, for most of us anyway, are being able to tap into any one of our forms of sensory input. If you have a friend, a child who is having a high intense moment, one way to help them move out of that emotional overload and back into the present moment is to ask them some questions about what they, like what their feet are touching on the ground right now, or what they see, what color is this, what do they hear right now, as a way to help their prefrontal cortex come back online. It's really important to practice this before a heightened emotional time. Just like James Harden has to practice his three-pointer before he goes into a game, it's really important we practice these mindfulness tools as well. So thank you for dropping in with me on this mindfulness meditation for families and kids and anyone of any age based on sensory input. I hope you're well. If you have any questions, you can email me at elizabeth@yoginos.com. That's Elizabeth with a Z, and Yoginos is spelled Yoginos. I also have resources online at yoginos.com. Take care. I wish you all the best, and I look forward to seeing you later this year.